We're Jim and Sherry. For the past 24 years, travel has been a shared passion, which has been a central focus of both our personal lives and professional careers. Now, 5 years into exploring the world on motorcycles, bicycles, and an expedition four-wheel drive, we've taken on a new adventure. We've started a vlog. Join us as we travel overland across South America in our trusty Land Cruiser Maggie. In episode 2, we drive Argentina's epic Ruta 40, where some unexpected bumps nearly leave us stranded on the side of the road.
Okay, well, we are packed up and ready to go, which is actually a pretty good time for us today. It's a little bit after 9.
Yeah, it might be the record for the week anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, we just had a couple of really relaxing days here in Cafayate, doing some wine tasting, and now we're headed up to Salta. And today we're really excited because we're going up to up Route 40 to Cachi, which is one of our favorite drives here in Argentina.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful drive.
Yeah. So first things first, we are headed right now to fill up our fuel tanks and our water tanks before we leave town. But most importantly, we're going to grab some coffee.
Yeah, the fuel and water I consider optional, but the coffee is an absolute requirement.
Yes.
So we're having a coffee in this panaderia, which we kind of stumbled into, but it's a real deja vu experience because we came in, we sat down, we ordered a coffee, and then we started looking around. We're like, this feels really, really familiar. And then we realized, Sherry actually just looked it up, we realized that it's the same panaderia that we were at a couple of years ago earlier in this trip. And we didn't go looking for it either time. We just kind of stumbled into it both times and ended up having the same experience for the first time twice. Total deja vu. So we're fueled. Now we fuel Maggie, get a little water, and we're on our way.
Yep.
Okay, so some credit card problems and a protest, which blocked off all the roads for a little while, but we are now fueled, watered, and ready to go.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. The feeling we chase, I'm wide awake. Take me away.
So we just passed through San Carlos, and that's the end of the paved road, which is, I don't know, it's like 30 Ks or something like that. Maybe not even that outside of Cafayate. And now it's, it's all dirt road. If memory serves me, it's all dirt road all the way up to Cachi from here, which is kind of the beginning of I think what I would say is the really...
She doesn't stop so fast.
It's funny because... Batten down the hatches. Batten down the hatches, folks. It's rougher than I remember. I don't remember this being a rough road. I remember this being a really smooth dirt road. Right now, today we're playing a game that we don't like to play called Is It Normal?
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, God, Oh me. We were a little bit kind of wrapped up in trying to get this vlog post, and the road was just we saw a grade and we're like, oh great, the road's graded, and weren't really paying close attention, and there were these big clumps which looked like big sand clumps, and it turned out to be really big rocks that we just ran right over. So we're checking the car underneath to see if there's any damage, and he thinks he might have seen like some damage in the differential.
Well, I think there's a slight dent.
Or a slight dent, so we're just hoping that it's nothing serious. And we're a little bit shaken right now. It's actually very ironic because we're just getting ready to talk about how we have an adjustment period when we start out, and we're always like listening for squeaks and rubbing sounds and noises just to make sure, like in the first couple weeks when we get back in the truck. And here we go and accidentally drive straight over this massive rock.
Well,
so Jim, what are you?
So just checking, so we're distracted. It's kind of ironic, right? This is a really easy road, but they just graded it up, and we're distracted. We're going to talk about how, you've already talked about that, right?
Yeah.
How we're kind of like settling into driving our Land Cruiser again. So I was distracted actually talking, and I thought those were like just big clods of dirt in the road because they were dirt, kind of covered in dirt. I didn't really think that they were actually big rocks. So we hit a couple of really big rocks, like
Massive.
like that big, and really took a couple of strikes. I'm just checking on the bottom end. These Land Cruisers are really tough, for sure. I can see where it hit the front differential there, and then it actually struck the rear suspension, but there's maybe a really shallow dent in the front differential. I hope that's not enough to actually push through or anything. It looks like it weathered pretty well, and back here there's a little bit of a place where it's kind of damaged too, but I don't see any damage to the suspension. I don't see anything bent. I don't see anything, nothing's leaking, and I don't see anything yet. So we're gonna drive a little bit and make sure everything's functioning correctly. I do go up there and look at that steering arm and make sure that everything looks okay in the front. Okay, so a little bit of drama there on a road that's not supposed to have any drama. I think I'm gonna drive it just a little bit up the road and see if everything seems smooth and see if I feel anything that feels off. I don't see anything that looks alarming. I can see where it struck, but fingers crossed that's all. So let me just get going, and we can hopefully we're okay. Let's see. Come on, troops, let's do this. Make sure. So I forgot, when I checked the steering in the front, it's all protected by that really thick aluminum plate we have up there, so that was all fine. The main thing is
That's why we bought this Land Cruiser. Land Cruisers are tough.
they are so tough. They're really, really tough.
I won't go down the same old path again now. No, I've been running out of
The good news is it's been about 50 kilometers since I ran over that rock, and the truck's holding up fine. Knock on wood, I hope that that's the last you hear of it.
drive. I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive.
So we're currently passing through Angustaco. Did I butcher that?
No, I think that's good. I'm just stuck.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Angustaco on Ruta 40, and this area that we're passing through now is absolutely what I remember from before.
Gorgeous. Such a reminder of why this is like one of our favorite drives in Argentina.
It's absolutely gorgeous. So we're gonna, I think up here another kilometer or so, there's a mirador that we can hike up to and maybe get a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
I'm running out of air, so let me catch my breath. Feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me. Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy. Making me crazy. So, I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna
Not bad.
drive. I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive.
We're still a few kilometers outside of Kachi, but it's 6:15 and we've reached that stage of where are we sleeping tonight? Right, Jim?
I was going to say, and I'm desperate to make these corrugations stop.
Yes.
This road needs to be graded badly. It's
Yeah,
awful.
it does. It's pretty bad. Anyway, I found a place on Overlander that looks good, so we're gonna go make a good bush camp. So we're gonna go check that out.
620 meters.
Okay, we are getting close to hopefully our bush camp for the night. We're only about 500 meters away.
Oh my gosh, the scenery around here is absolutely
So
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
This is man, it is gorgeous. Look at the mountains and the river.
Yeah, wait, I think it's here.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Can Maggie make it?
Actually, no, it was
Go,
the answer.
Maggie, go. I'm so ready for dinner. We only had like a piece of peanut butter bread for lunch.
That's not true. I had 3 pieces. Of
You
peanut
had
bread.
3 pieces of peanut butter
3?
bread. About half of it ended up as crumbs in my lap.
Oh, I bet it's right there. I bet
Yeah.
it's right.
Look at that. I think this might work.
Okay.
Complete with a beautiful tree. Well, I think we finally made it to our bush camp, which is very exciting. And I think this is a winner. Jim is going to put up our tent for us, and we're going to have some dinner, a glass of wine, and relax. We have these beautiful mountains in the background, and this great river valley. It's peaceful and quiet. We have it all to ourselves.
All right, so I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's the end of vlog number 2. We're exhausted and we're gonna fix some dinner, and then I think we're gonna turn in for the night. We had just enough time to make camp, have a glass of wine, and enjoy a fleeting sunset. Today was a beautiful day. It was a wonderful day. I think we really enjoyed the drive, but it was also one that nearly
We had
became
a rough start.
It was a rough start.
Yeah.
We really almost embarrassed the hell out of ourselves. That being said, most importantly, we're 135 kilometers
Yay.
closer to Colombia. Yeah. So if you enjoyed the video, we'd really appreciate it if you click like, and if you'd like to follow our calamities as they as they evolve in the future,
We
then
promise there will be more.
yeah, then just be sure to subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Yep. We'll see you later.
Yep.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
Yep. Bye.